Joel's turns, Jakarin's turns, just whoever needs a break? Do you have situations where one guy's skill set fits better? How do you go about that?
No, just whoever needs a break. I think they both, work pretty hard. They both got, pretty similar skill sets. They both are pretty fast. One's maybe a little heavier. But just whoever needs a break. Obviously, Joel's has been the starter, since Dez been out. He's had a heck of a camp, and he's been doing a really good job this season. So I trust him because of, the consistency that he's had. But in Boosie, Jakarin is just not getting into the flow of things still as a young freshman. So he still, don't have a lot of experience. So some things I may, want Joel's to do, but other than that, it's all, who needs a break, with those two guys.
Boosie, what's kind of the next step for him? Is it just get more comfortable, or there's things that you want him to improve on? How does he kind of take the next step?
Just overall football player, just at this level in this offense, because it is a lot, for the running back, a lot to learn, whether it's protections, all the different routes and concepts that we do out of the backfield, so just learning it. And just like you said, the more experience and playing time he get in actual games, the better he'll continue to be and grow. So that's the main thing for him, just keep playing, stay healthy and, keep rolling.
With Joel's and now to an extent Jakarin getting his feet wet, just how would you assess overall how the run game's been, just having to perform those duties without Dez these last couple of weeks?
Honestly, I'm gonna be quite honest. I think the run game been pretty well. When Dez was in and when he hasn't been. I think the O-line been doing a great job, and Coach Darville do a great job with those guys. And a lot of times the running backs meet with them as well, and they get a lot of insight on what those guys are doing and being taught for every week in the game plan. But I think we've been running it well even before last week. I think we were averaging over 4 yards a carry before last week. So I think we've been doing a good job. Starting to get more explosives. You know what I mean? As we keep going, but I think it's been going pretty well. Always looking to get better every single day, and we want more. You know what I mean? We want to run it more. We want to get more yards. All those great things. But I think it's only going to get better with time, with new pieces on the O-line, new guys in the backfield, young guys in the backfield like that. So it's something that only gets better with time.
Narduzzi told us, just looking at the Boston College game, it really seemed like the run game was able to take some strides, and he attributed that, at least in some part, to just the pass game success and how that was able to open up the run. Just what did you see from your vantage point? Just what do you feel like allowed you guys to have more success on the ground against the Eagles?
Well, I mean, me as a running back coach and as a former running back, I'm always, say the O-line first, you know what I mean? Because even in the passing game, we still got to protect first to open up the passing game. And then I think just those guys just getting off the ball, man, playing physical, moving guys and opening it up for the running backs to make some plays. But yes, in reality, when you talk about football and offensive play, you love to be balanced, and it does help open up the run game where you are able to throw the ball and complete the ball. And then the biggest thing is just staying on the field on third down. You know what I mean? When you stay on the field on third down, now you get more plays. You know what I mean? Now you're able to do, run the ball or throw the ball, but you got to complete the ball on third down to order to, be able to open up and run the ball. So I think that was the case.
With a true freshman quarterback making his first start, what does your group have to do to make his job as easy as possible?
Be perfect. Be perfect. That was the message even before the freshman quarterback, to be honest. It's always like we strive for perfection. We want to be great. And those guys, they're not going to be perfect. But, every single day, I don't care if they throw the ball, in the stands, like go catch it. That's my motto. I don't care if they don't block nobody up front. Like, go make a play. You know what I mean? And that's the standard. They know that, and they hard on themselves. They coach themselves hard. So, whether it was a freshman or whether it was a 10th year senior back there at quarterback, the standard is going to be the standard. It's going to be great.
On Turner's touchdown, he bounces out to the left side. And also earlier in the game, there was an option play where Mason pitches it to him to the outside as well. Is that where you feel like he can be the most effective outside the tackles?
Honestly, yeah, because he has speed, but he's a tough kid. He's 182 pounds, but he plays big because he's so explosive. So he's hard to tackle. And then he has a good feel. He's been playing running back his whole life, so he has a good feel even between the tackles and how to read blocks and playing behind his pads too. So, yes, his strong suit is going to be outside because he's super fast, but he can do both. He can go inside the tackles and outside. So.
What are the key talking difference right now when you're looking at Florida State? Like, what do they bring defensively up front?
You said differently?
Defensively up front.
Defensively? You know, typical, powerful football stuff, just speed, size. They fly around, they're well coached. You can definitely see that in their scheme and what they do. They do a couple of different things that you have to plan and prepare for. But I just think they fly around, they fast, they have some good athletes. So I mean, it's honestly a lot like our defense that we see every day. Our defense, obviously, we know they're really good. So, but they do some good stuff, and it's gonna be fun.
Was there anything that Miami or Virginia did that exposed the defense for Florida State that maybe you guys could walk into and maybe do?
No, sir. Nope.
Talk about embracing different roles on this team, special teams, all the different things you've done. But how have you sort of locked in and honed in on playing a little bit more defensive end lately?
I think it starts from the meeting room. I'm always focused in the meeting room, whether he's talking to me in my position at defensive tackle, which I came here to play, or he's talking to the defensive ends and their details and what they have to do. So just kind of being focused in the meeting room and being able to, when my name is called, and to help the team in any position, I'm mentally prepared. So all I have to do is go out there and physically execute what I already know I have to do.
Can you take us through the timeline of like when they first asked you to start playing a little bit more defensive end?
I mean, surprisingly, it's been happening since like the spring. I did a little cross training, just going back and forth. I'm a little bit of a smaller guy in my position, to speaking in the big picture. So I've been doing a little bit of cross training for a while. Actually getting in the game and doing it. A couple weeks, no, actually Central Michigan, I got in the game, doing game plan. I was for a game plan situation, and they feel as though right now that's the best position for me in our game plan for me to play. So started getting in the game wise, Central Michigan, but I've been doing both since the springtime.
Was there a moment where, was it easy right away? Did you feel like a natural fit as soon as you started doing it, or did it take some time to get going?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's definitely different, because you feel like, all right, it's D-line, so it's just D-line. No, I mean, it's a lot more intricacies out there at defensive end. Like, you have to be a little more mentally savvy than whereas in the inside, you got to be a physical dog. You got to know what you're doing, but you got to just be physically present every single play, which is the same at end. But I would say the biggest part is just, the biggest part is just getting home every single play and reminding myself, like, all right, take a breath. It's new, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of got a lot that will go through my head, and I got to just take a breath before every snap and get myself back home, because I know I'm capable of doing what the team needs me to do. I just got to remind myself, all right, this is new, let's get it done.
You mentioned some of the intricacies of playing that position.
Mm-hmm.
There was a few times where you dropped into coverage too. I mean, just talk about, what that was like playing a little bit of that side.
That was fun. I feel like as a defensive lineman who, in my little league years, I was a running back. I played a little tight end, linebacker. It's fun. I feel like that part of the game. Well, yes, it is a little mentally challenging. You got to focus in. You got to know, all right, who I'm dropping off of, who I'm keying, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm a big boy, and I got to go back there and drop into coverage and potentially catch a pick whenever it's my time. So it was fun. I loved it.
Just a couple days after Boston College, just how do you reflect? How do you self-assess? Just how your what do you think of your snaps at D end?
I felt as though they were solid, and there's definitely room for improvement just in the little details. Like I said, it's not something that I was doing every single day up until like recently. So just being able to go out there and consistently have the little details right, that's my biggest thing that I have to, because I feel like there's a lot of plays where I'm doing the right thing, and it's just that next little step to take me to the next level so I could become elite, whether they need me on the outside, whether they need me on the inside. I don't want to just be like a placeholder, like, okay, we need you to do this position, so just go out there and stand there. No, I want to be able to help the team, whether it's inside or outside. So just taking that next step in the little details, just whether it's my alignment, whether it's my eyes during the snap, just that, just little details.
In terms of the pass rush, when you guys are bringing them forward, do you feel like you guys have brought enough pressure at this point in the season?
Whatever Coach Bates thinks is the right amount of pressure. I feel like I'm not gonna. I don't really I'm not gonna say I don't pay attention to the call, but I'm not like keeping track, of how many times really we're blitzing. I feel like, honestly, we're doing a good job with 4, getting the quarterback off the spot or sacking them. But of course, we're aggressive defense, so we do like to bring the pressure and get on the quarterback. Like I said, I don't. Whatever Bates feel like is appropriate in terms of how many times we're blitzing, or if we're blitzing enough. If we're not, it's game plan related as well. So you don't always just want to send everybody in there and they have something drawn up for that.
As far as how much defensive end versus interior defense tackle you're going to play on a given week, is it kind of a week-to-week thing? Is it a play-to-play?
It's day-to-day. I do a little bit of both every day, just to keep fresh at both. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, I want to be able to help the team either or. So I'm doing a little bit of both just to keep my mind fresh, my body, and know what I'm doing. So, if they need me at this position, I can go out there and execute. If they need me inside, I can go out there and execute.
What stands out about Florida State, especially in the run game, how they kind of dress up everything?
Yeah, their offensive coordinator, he's a legend. He's a legend in the game. So he's got a lot of he's got a real, I would say, intricate offense. He's got a lot of little nooks and crannies that can get you distracted as a defensive lineman. And I feel like, they're definitely a good offense, but we're a good defense too. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to go out there and see the best go against the best, in my opinion.
Where does the nickname Boosie come from?
It came from my mom when I was little. Just running around, I was always fast. Just came from her. She gave me that name ever since I was like 5.
Have you heard Pat say loose is loose? Has he said that to you?
Yes, sir. He says that every day in practice.
Do you like that? Hearing that?
Yes, sir. I don't mind it. It's cool.
What is training camp and the first part of the season been like? That's a little banged up, bunch of injuries in the running back room. What's it been like being able to take advantage of those opportunities?
It's been great. Just playing my role, doing what I have to do to make the team proud. Just whatever I do can make the team win. Yeah. Whatever I can do to make the team win, and just go out there and have a victorious and celebrate in the locker room.
What's it been like just picking things up from the guys in the tailback room, especially Dez, Joel's to an extent? Just how do you feel like you've learned from the other tailbacks in your room?
I feel like I learned a lot from both of them, Dez and Joel's. We give each other great compliments on the sideline. We help each other up. We hold each other accountable. We just raise each other to a high standard.
On Saturday, your touchdown, and then there was a play earlier on a option pitch from Mason where you bounced to the outside. Is that where you feel like you can be most effective, getting out in space outside the tackles?
Yes, sir. I feel like I can be more effective when I can just get outside the perimeter. Because I know, once I get out there, I feel like nobody ain't going to catch me.
When we talked to Coach Lamar, he also just talked about how physical you are, tough you are. What can you do also up the middle, in between, the blocks of the middle?
I can go inside zone. I could do anything up the middle. I just feel like outside, that's where I'm going to get most of my plays at.
As a Florida kid, does it mean a lot, being able to go down to Florida State and play against one of those teams, those big names down in Florida?
Yes, sir. It means a lot. Coming from a small town, going back to Tallahassee, and just going out there just to play a big game in a stadium I never played before. Yes, sir. It's going to mean a lot to me.
You have friends and family down there, more people coming out to the game?
Yes, sir. Mom, my sisters, my little brothers.
What was it like working alongside Mason, seeing him shine in his first career start?
It was amazing. Freshman to freshman, it just was awesome seeing him go out there and do his thing. His first college game, I feel like he did good. But he always can do better and just keep going. It's only get better from here.
What's it just like seeing guys like you and Mason, and even defensively Sean Lee, Josh Gere, some of these freshmen being able to stand out early on and in the first couple of games of your career?
It's just amazing coming in early in the spring, coming in there knowing that we got to do and just be leaders on and off the field as a young guy and just play our role and knowing what we got to do is step up to the table whenever our time comes.
You said when your time came, did you expect that it Price playing such a big role on this team?
I wouldn't say I imagined it, but I just thought that it wasn't gonna be as soon as this. But I feel like as a freshman coming in early, you just gotta step up to the table and just make your plays count and do whatever you gotta do to help the team win.
You had just about 100 all-purpose yards against Boston College. Just catching some passes out of the backfield, 12 carries. Just how do you feel like you played against the Eagles? Your snaps?
I mean, my snaps they were all right. Just help the team go down there and just execute and do what we gotta do to whatever we gotta do to win. I just feel like I could do more. I could just keep making plays and making my role count as a freshman.
Justin, we talked to Jimmy on Saturday. Jimmy Scott, he said basically as soon as Mason got here, he noticed that some of the stuff he was doing wasn't really normal for a freshman. Was there a moment where you saw Mason playing and realized he had a lot of ability?
Yeah, I mean, when I first got here, a lot of guys said he was a really talented true freshman because obviously I got here in the summer and he had already worked with him in the spring. Just throughout workouts in the summer, fall camp and everything, yeah, you could see that kid's got some zip on the ball. Really proud of him and what he did. But yeah, he's definitely a special kid.
How did he give you guys a spark, and how did you guys rally around him?
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of a next man up thing. We knew as a whole team we got to get back in the winning column. So I think he did a great job leading us there. And then you talk about a spark, just I think the whole team was ready to work around him.
48 points by the offense obviously speaks for itself, but just the efficiency, moving the chains, doing so well in the red zone. Just what felt different out there? I mean, obviously having a new quarterback, but just what allowed you guys to have such an efficient game where you scored so many points?
I think that went into preparation from the week. I mean, just we really emphasized like, all right, third downs, we got to be efficient now. We got to get the ball moving. If we have a good first and second down, obviously our third down is going to be easier for us. I think we had held that the whole game, and it just allowed us to flow through everything easily.
You spread the ball around a bunch. I mean, how easy did it feel chemistry-wise with him back there? Did it feel any different than having behind?
No, I wouldn't say any different. We work with all the guys. Everyone rotates. They do a good job with that. It was nice. I think all the tight ends pretty much got a grab too. That was cool to see. But yeah, I think 5 different guys scored, so that was cool. Yeah, but nothing different than any other week. It was just good. Everyone was getting it.
You caught the first career touchdown pass from Mason.
Yeah.
Just walk us through that play, just what that moment was like celebrating with him.
Yeah, it was cool coming in. It was just I was out for a few plays, came in for one play, called that one. Kind of knew it was coming to me. He pump faked the guy, got it to me. I got in. I was really happy that he got his first one, but he also knew, all right, we're only up 7-0. We got to go kill him now. So yeah, that was cool. It was kind of a quick celebration and then back to reality.
Just the way that you've been used so far this year, in particular, your touches, the touchdown, the receptions, just. Has your involvement in this offense at all exceeded maybe what your expectations were just when you hit the portal and ended up choosing to come here?
Maybe a little bit, but also I had no idea where I was going to even end up out of the portal. So once I landed here, it was kind of nice to find out, all right, what's my job going to be? Because at Marshall, I mean, I was more of a blocking guy, and I caught the ball a little more. But it's good that I'm involved in both. It's good to see that our running backs are getting a lot of yards. It means we're doing a good job in the run game. And then obviously we had all those touchdowns passing wise, so that's cool too.
When you have a true freshman making his first career start, what's your job? I guess what's your role? What do you have to do to make his job as easy as possible?
It's just I think the rest of us, we got 11 of us out there. Obviously, it's new for him, but the other 10 of us, I mean, we just got to do our jobs to the best of ability to make it easier for him, make him more comfortable in there.
You talk about your blocking coming in here, known as a blocker. You get a penalty in the game for holding, but just overall, how do you feel like your blocking has been or progressed since you've gotten here?
Definitely better. It's good that we watch film because I got to keep my hands inside on that one. Definitely get into the guy a little bit earlier. Yeah, I think as the season goes, we're just getting better with it, emphasizing the things that we see on film. A lot of it's feet that lead to hands, and we're on it all the time. So